and welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends at Jimmy Bean's Wool. And today I'm using Scheepjes Chunky Monkey. Both of these scarves take 3 balls only using a 6mm size J crochet hook. However, I got a little bit of a tip for you, and in the picture of this tutorial is going to be the one I'm focusing on. They're the same concept, just different counts, and also the fringe is where I really want to talk to you about. Both of these scarves are the same concept. The difference is this scarf here has only 3 single crochets in the center to do a thinner stripe and still has the 7 on both sides. And this one here has 7, 7, and 7. So what I wanted to do is that I wanted to see how far I could go with the Chunky Monkey, and I got to a great length with this. Now, when you do 7, 7, 7, the yarn pretty much runs out for all 3 balls at the same time at the end. However, when you use 7 on here and 7 on this side, for these, it runs out at the same length as this one, but by using a smaller stripe in the middle, you can keep extra yarn left over to make the fringe. Now, there's so much yarn left over in this one here in the center that you can create the fringe for the second version right here. So you can still have your 777s here, or you can have this combination, but either combination works out to be the same length because I just stop when the balls run out. So that's kind of a cool concept, and I'm really excited to show you. So let's go down to the studio and show you how to make these. Okay, let's begin to do the Christmas version, and the Christmas version has a total count of 7 on the side, 3 in the center, and 7 on the other side. So we're going to start, and we're going to start with the first color by chaining 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And let it rest while you get the next color ready. And the next color, there's going to be a total count of only 3. This will be the center. Actually, I'll do the white. I don't want you to create a slip knot. I just want you to loop it, and then you'll secure it later with a tapestry needle. And with this color, you're just going to pull through. That was 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then let it rest and get your final color up. Again, loop it. And because this is the last side, you want to do a total count of 8. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now you're ready for row number 1. In row number 1, I want you to come directly behind. Usually we go second chain from the hook, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to go right in behind here. And I want you to do a single crochet in the first 7 using the same color as what you just finished with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, when you do this concept, it is grafghan work. So you're just going to put the yarn in behind, so don't allow it to come into the front once you're done with going across with it. And just grab the next color up. Don't pull it too tight, and you're going to pull that color. So the loop that you pull through on stitches is actually the loop for the next stitch. It's the roof of this next stitch. And coming directly behind again, so just kind of peeling it behind right there. And you were going to do 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And because this is the third one, I want to let it rest in behind and grabbing the next color up. Don't pull it too tight, and you're just going to pull through. And now you're going to do the final 7. So starting right here, and just count those out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So at this point, you should have 7 of the first color, 3 of the middle, and if you see it's loose here, don't worry about that. That's something that you're going to fix. Off camera, the yarn is coming off evenly, and so when you twist things, it changes the orders. So make sure that when you turn, you don't always turn in the same location, the same rotation, because it'll keep twisting on you. So if you keep turning like this, it'll twist to the ball. So in one time across, you'll want to turn in one direction, and then the other time across, you'll turn in the opposite direction to prevent the tangling. So let's turn our work and let's begin the next row. And this is Grafghan work. And because you've now turned it, all of the yarn that you've been playing with will now be on the front side of the work, which is where you need it to be when you go to start a new row. So let's tighten this back up and begin row number 2. So row number 2, you're just going to chain 1 and match the color to it. Okay, so I don't need to count my 7 anymore. I can see that the row below is the same color. So I'm matching what I can see. You just got to remember that the final loop pull through on a stitch is the roof of the next stitch. So this is the last color before switching. So I go through, do this, but then if I finish that, the roof of this one here will be this color. So push it to the back, grab only the strand that is leading to the yarn ball. And here's the trick. You're gonna pull through. So this is the roof of the next one. You see this ugly little line here? If you leave it there, it'll look like sin. If you want to see what sin looks like, that's what sin is. So you're just going to put this line here and just shift your hook behind it and single crochet, and that forces that carried line to go straight up, which creates a better look. And so you're only doing 3 of this, so you're just going to be there for a few seconds, and you have to then switch, throw it in behind, and grab the one leading to the yarn ball. See how it's kind of loose? When you pull up on it the first time, it'll tighten back in. That's why you don't want to worry about it too much. So this one here, again, come behind it and push it in front, and that will keep that line going straight up. Like that. And so you're going to do your final 7. This scarf of the 2 scarves is much faster because the center stripe is missing 4 stitches that the other one does not have. But the center stripe is going to be what you have for fringe, unless you want to buy another ball. So, okay, so turn your work, start with this color, so chain 1, and I can just blast my way back and forth. This is a great TV project to do, or if you're going to sit with friends. Okay, so this is the final color of this one here. So I don't want to finish the stitch. Grab the next one. This should always be sitting in front. If it's sitting behind, you're going to have to frog that to take it back, because you need to pull it through and you need to use your hook and push it in front. So if you let it go here, see, it'll look off. So force that stitch forward, get that hook behind it, and it forces that straight up, which looks better. And you only have 3 of these stitches. So by the time you get used to it, you already got to switch back. So leave it behind, grab the next one. So in the Chunky Monkeys, you are just crocheting back and forth until the cows come home, and you stop as soon as one of the colors is run out. Okay, so it won't be the center color for sure. So here that you see, that's normal. Okay, so don't flip out if you see that. The other side won't look like that. Okay, so there is actually kind of a good side and a bad side, I guess you can say. So you're just going to go back and forth until you have a color that runs out. All of the loose ends here at the end, you want to make sure that you use a tapestry needle and then just drag it through and go back and forth in the same color. So don't drag this white through this color, so that you have a nice clean edge. Now the fringe, when you go to look at these scarves, the fringe is made up of 3 strands that are 12 inches long, and then I just fold them over and attach. Now, the way that this is designed is that there will be a total of 9 of these across this version here, and this one here has 11. So you start off in the outside stitch, and then skip a stitch, and then attach the next fringe to the next, and then skip the next one, and so on all the way down. What I did is that I attached it once I did that, and it'll look like different lengths. Just give it a good steam or just damp block it, and then just lay it over top of an edge of a counter and just come across and just do some scissors. And then I touched it with some steam at the end, so it's got a great flow to it. So these are these little scarves. I think they're a great little project, and if you're on the Jimmy Beans retreat, you probably can finish one within the time frame. Again, these did not take me very long, and I think it's a great little conversational piece as well. We hope you're having a great retreat, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.